Today we're working on just all the general basic elements that you get with sevens. I mean, sevens really hones your basic skills, being the catch pass technique, breakdown area. Everything's put under such a magnified position that you need to make sure that everything's accurate and everything's precise. So just trying to get the guys getting that understanding of how to work in that accurate environment, so that the marginal errors, the little 1%ers don't come in, and the error rate is a lot smaller when they go back to playing in their schools and respective club sevens.
Sam Cracker's led a really good breakdown session, and the commitment was great, and actually you've seen some really good skills. Also played a big game of touch, scrag type thing on the whole pitch, and the boys are finding the space really well, and you can see that they have played sevens. Sometimes when you see young guys, you just throw them onto a sevens pitch, you don't see that feel for the game and the experience, and you can tell that these guys, from doing the UR7s, they've really experienced that, and they're finding the space nicely, so it's good to see.
No, it definitely wasn't these sort of opportunities. It was more being fortunate enough to be invited to play for invitational teams and gaining exposure that way. But as Sam explained before, it's experience that these guys can then get playing the game and understanding where there is space that there wouldn't be in 15s, and also giving them a different experience to any other sort of sport, which sevens is now evolving into its own sport in its own right. So it's more experience and more exposure to doing different things, and thus making them better rugby players in the long run.
It's a very different game to 15s, and there's a very different feel to it, different fitness elements. So I think it's really important to introduce kids to it at a young age so they start to feel that difference. And also now, there is a definite pathway into sevens, and it's good to give them the decision early whether they enjoy it or not, and they can really take it seriously and move their way up through academies, such as this, and such as I think England are sort of trying to look into start up an academy. So it's a really good pathway now up to the international sevens stage.
And Chris?
Yes, I mean very much so for me, more the twilight years, so to speak. And Edge as a young promising coach, it's great to work with yourselves at UR7s and get that experience of different things, be it coaching here, be it coaching abroad, and hone our skills ourselves as coaches, not necessarily just trying to be that one pathway doing one thing, but understanding how to coach people who necessarily haven't picked up a rugby ball, to guys that have got a lot of experience. And that's one thing that we're doing with UR7s, which is expanding ourselves as coaches, as well as expanding the game and the understanding of the game of rugby 7.